Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. Late edition. Very late, going live late right now. It's 12:30 past midnight, 12:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Ah, man. This was a tough loss. This was a loss that could have, it didn't, you know what? I got a lot to say about this game. That's why I'm going live. Thank you guys for joining me here late. Hopefully, some good stuff will come out of this. But man, I have so many frustration points, so many triggers with this game. Number one is the amount of physicality that the refs allowed the Suns to get away with, while on the other end, if the Knicks even breathed a little hard on Booker's neck, foul. Especially in the first half. Foul. Meanwhile, they're allowing the Suns players to slam into players with the offensive players with the ball, Knicks players with the ball. You know, just hands, smack them, hit them, all this stuff. No foul call. If the Knicks do one little thing, immediately foul call. The refereeing was total garbage in this game tonight. And yet, the Knicks still had a chance to win this game. The game was tied 101 late. And the Knicks could not pull out the win. And I got to tell you, Coach Brown fucked up. He fucked up late. We got it all. We're going to get into it. I got some highlights for you. The highlights I have are of the fourth quarter late. Especially if you missed the game, you're going to want to tune in for that. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and I'm a Knicks fan, huge Knicks fan, and I am into the Knicks-Verse. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on a notification bell so you're alerted when I go live or drop a video. And definitely drop your comments, because I love to hear your voices, your thoughts and feelings about anything Knicks and everything Knicks. Man, this is a tough loss. It's a tough loss, especially after the Knicks were able to rebound against the Clippers and take care of business at home. Then they travel to what I think they call it the land of the sun, Phoenix, which I don't understand why anyone lives there at all. It's so freaking hot in Phoenix. I was there actually I think it was the recorded hottest day of the year a couple years ago. But whatever. The refs really did everything they could to make sure that the Suns walked away with this win, and yet it was a nail biter. The final score doesn't even tell you how close this game was. 112-107. No, it wasn't. It was 101-101 with 3 minutes left to go. And Royce O'Neal hit a monster three. But a lot of things happened before that happened. And it was still time to recover from it. But major mistakes were made. The turnover situation was atrocious. The Knicks conceded 22 points off of their turnovers. That is a minus 11. They only got 11 back from the Suns. It's 11 points. The score was 5 points decided. Knicks cut that in half. We're talking about maybe overtime. We're talking about a nice comeback win. The Knicks were down 11 early in this game in the first quarter, and I believe they got down as far as 14 points. Was it in the late third or early fourth quarter? I can't remember exactly, but they did everything they could to give this game away and then kept battling back, which is one of the things I love about this team. It never quits. Never quits. You know, they may not be physical enough, which is a weird thing to say, because when you hear other coaches speak about the Knicks, number one thing they say is, the number one word used is physical or physicality. That's what they use to describe us. Meanwhile, you know, I think we shy away from it. in a lot of ways. So I don't know. There's some kind of disconnect in the reality of what we watch of our team and what other coaches watch. Maybe they're gaslighting us. You know, maybe. We shall see. Shout out to the chat. We got Quanta Pen in here. We got Taka. What's up, Taka? We got Tony Melendez. Everybody, Drew's Reviews. What's up, brother? Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me here for a very late night edition of Into the Knicks-Verse on a Friday night, Saturday morning after very, very tough loss. The New York Knicks now dropped out of second place to third because the Celtics won tonight. They beat the Toronto Raptors. I'm not that concerned about those specific details. What I'm concerned about is the Knicks' ability to refocus and make sure that they pick up a win on Saturday. No, Sunday. When's the next game? Sunday or Saturday? Whenever it is. Whenever, and I think it's against the Portland Trailblazers. If I'm accurate there. Drew's Review says, love the refs. Suns got away with murder. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Knicks lose 112-107 to the Phoenix Suns. In Phoenix, the Knicks, the Knicks were able to take care of business to some degree in the paint. But ultimately, it was the turnovers that cost them this game. The New York Knicks, here, let's go into this here. Let's just go right to the stats here. Here we go. The New York Knicks, the top scorer was Jalen Brunson. 27 points tonight, 5 of 10 from the three-point line. Beautiful for him. Deuce McBride got the start. He delivered second highest, 17 points. Towns did not score a bucket until, until the third quarter? No, second quarter. Until midway through the second quarter, he did not score a bucket. Again, started out slow, but finished, with a very healthy stat line. 15 points for him, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, some gorgeous passes. There was almost like within a minute span or 2 minute span, same exact play where Deuce cut into the lane, backdoor, and Cat found him for an easy layup twice. Beautifully done. There's a nice little two-man game developing between Towns and Deuce. Deuce got the start, and I know people were going to say, oh, Deuce got the start, and the Knicks got another loss. Well, this was not on Miles McBride at all tonight. He played the most, 40 minutes, almost 39 and a half minutes tonight. 16 points. He was a +1 in the plus-minus column. Gave you 3 steals, 2 assists, and only committed 1 turnover tonight. But when you look here, Towns, 5 turnovers. Brunson, 4 turnovers. Tyler Kolek, who usually protects the ball really well. This is definitely one of his worst games of late. In his 10 minutes of play, 3 turnovers in 10 minutes. 3 turnovers. Only 1 of 4 overall. He picked up 2 rebounds, got only 1 assist. He was a -6. And, well, Kevin McCullough, a -9, but you can't really blame him too much for that. He only played a minute, 16. Really wasn't on him. But Jordan Clarkson gave you 12 points in the first half, and he was playing some terrible defense, but at least he was giving you some production offensively. Well, in the second half, it was a completely different story. He gave you 0 points. 0 points in the second half. And look at this third quarter. This third quarter here, Jordan Clarkson was a -10 in his 6 minutes of play. What the fuck was he doing on the court that long? There were so many mistakes made in this game, and yet they were right there to win it. So that's why I don't feel like this doesn't feel like some other type of losses where like you're confused and you're You're like, oh, well, what does this say about our team? Can we just not win games? Are we just outclassed? No, it doesn't feel like that at all. Doesn't feel like that at all. In fact, kind of the opposite. I kind of feel like Knicks, had no business being in this game. They should have been blown out. They should have been blown out of this game, but they weren't because of the ultimate quality of the players themselves. But I'm going to take you through what happened in that fourth quarter. Which is really, really depressing. Here we go. So, I told you the game was tied 101 off of a OG ties the game with 2 free throws here with 3:04 left. And then they played some nice defense on the other end. Picked up a stop. And now there's 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game. And it's tied. Brunson's on the court. OG's on the court. Cat, Mitch, and Deuce. And by the way, the double big lineup, big success tonight. Big success. The reason the Knicks were even in this game, they were even able to tie this game, is because of that double big lineup. So remember that. So here we go. This is a quick one. So Brunson comes in. This is a shot he normally makes, but look at how much body is on him. Look at this. Like, this is a foul. This is a foul if the uniforms were reversed. If Brunson had Booker's number 1 Suns jersey and Booker had the 11 jersey, this would be a foul right here. He jumps into his airspace right here. He's trying to take out his feet, but Brunson normally makes this. He misses this one. Okay, I give him a pass, and unfortunately, Mitch wasn't able to pick up the rebound there. Then the next play, and this is a killer. Watch this one. So Mitch is on Booker, stops him, but Booker's able to rim a shot over Mitch. Tremendous bucket. So on one end, Brunson is unable to make his bucket, even though he got bodied up on his when he's rising up, and Mitch doesn't touch Booker at all on the other end, but he played some good defense on him. Booker just made a great shot. Brunson wasn't able to. Knicks never regained the lead, never tie it after this point. Then comes this play here. So it's just a 2-point game with 1:44 left. Plenty of time. We got Captain Clutch. We have Captain Clutch. I'm feeling good right now. Right here, look at this possession. Deuce loses the handle. He had already lost. First of all, he had already lost the handle earlier in this possession. They didn't show it in this highlight. He lost it once before, and then he loses it again, and he finally gets it to Brunson, and it's only 4.7 seconds left with the shot clock in this possession. So now Brunson's going to have to take the shot. He gets in there. Look. Off his leg. Turnover. And then we come to the backbreaker. Here's the backbreaker. So now Cat is out on Booker. I believe they were teammates, Kentucky teammates. He's out on Booker here. Here we go. They double Booker, which I don't think that was a good decision personally. I don't think Brunson. What's Brunson going to do here? Is he going to really steal the ball? I don't think he's doing anything here. So just stay with your man, Brunson. Stay with your man. Let Cat deal with this. He wasn't going to beat Cat. What he does is, because he sees that he sees you in his peripheral vision, he knows that Royce O'Neal is open. And Royce O'Neal had been cooking us all night from this exact spot. in the first half mostly. So he knows I just get him the ball. He fakes the pass to Grayson Allen to the left. So then Deuce kind of like flares to the right side to block off the left. And he gives Royce a complete wide open look. Boom, which he buries. And that was game. 106, 101. 115 left. You're like, wait a second, George. How can that be game? It's only a 5-point game. That's an eternity in the NBA. Usually you're right. Usually you're right. Here we are. 1:04 left. Knicks down 5. Deuce has the ball. Here we go. Deuce dribbles in. Cannot find a clean look, but too much dribbling. The passing, the beautiful passing that the Knicks had during earlier on in the fourth quarter that got them back into this game, absent. I mean, that's the one thing you guys can see right here clearly. That passing is gone, right? So now Deuce tries to turn the corner, can't, but he somehow hits a miracle long midi. If that were a three-pointer, that would really change the business a lot. It would be 106, 104. Instead, it's 106, 103 with just 53 seconds left. Okay? Then, Knicks play some decent defense. They, I believe there was an offensive rebound here. Can't remember exactly, but now we're down 3 only. 38 seconds left. Look at that. See that foul? No, you can't see it because it's not there. This is not a foul. This is the defensive player has every right to move to his right. He did not go into the space of the defender. He just turned. They call that a foul. Sends him to the free throw line. He buries them. And then, oh, actually, no, they had a foul to give there. They had a foul to give. So now it's 106, 103 still, 30 seconds left. We called that foul before, but it wasn't a shooting foul. So now Mitch fouled this guy, Iguodaro, who is from Marquette, who played with Kolek. Mitch fouls him, right? And I thought it was a terrible foul because, with 30 seconds left, we're only down 3. You put a guy at the free throw line, we're going to be down 5. It becomes a 2-possession game. Why foul? Well, turns out he's a terrible free throw shooter, and he missed the first free throw, and then he misses the second free throw right here, and we get the rebound. Now, you can't see it here in the graphic, but the Knicks had 2 timeouts available. 2 timeouts. This is where Coach Brown fucked up. He should have called the timeout here. Should have called the timeout, called the play, several plays ahead to make sure we get a great look at a 3-point shot or plot it out. Get a quick 2. You call a timeout immediately. If you call a timeout immediately, when look how much time. It's 29.3 seconds. Look at this. Call a timeout now. Almost 30 seconds. 30 seconds right here. Look, he picks up the ball. Call a timeout right now. You have 30 seconds left. Either you call a timeout, you set up a play to get a quick 2, and then you foul, or you just try to play out, try to get a stop, get a 5-second violation, anything. And then you get the ball back with enough time to then you hit a 3. Or if you have a great look from a 3-point line, you take it. You tie the game up. You got plenty of time left. Instead, he calls no timeout. And this is what happens. Just shot clock ticks away. And now it went from 30 seconds to 19.8. So let's just call it 20 seconds. So 10 seconds tick away. And this is the opportunity of it again. It was a great play. I hated it when it happened. I was like, no, no way. The ball's not on. He was stepped out of bounds now. Grayson Allen, tremendous play. Terrible pass by Brunson. It's because there was no play call set up. It was just, you know what, Brunson, do what you do. That's not coaching, bro. That is a big, big, big fucking blunder right there, man. That cost us the game. Or at least cost us a chance to win the game. Let's put it that way. Or to tie it. To send us into overtime, and then who knows what else happens there. But not calling the timeout there was utterly ridiculous. And great shot. I hate Grayson Allen as an opponent. He's a douchebag. But, man, did he make a great play there. We'll watch it again. We'll watch it again. All right. One thing is, Deuce has got to come up to the level up here earlier, because he's already like I think Royce O'Neal is already ready to kind of try and double him. So Iguodala comes. I mean, great defense by Iguodala. Just gotta say, because he knows it's a 3-point game, and 11 seconds have already ticked off from when the Knicks got the rebound to where they're at this point. So at this moment, he knows that Brunson has to take a three. So he just crowds his space. Beautiful, right there. Crowds it. Brunson mistimes it. He thought he was going to throw up a shot, but he couldn't. And Iguodala did not foul him, or wasn't even going to foul him, and he just throws the ball away. And then you think, okay, but Bridges, you got to be a little smarter here, bro. A little smarter. Get the fuck out of the way. Because this might happen. Get out of the way. And Allen, he was firmly in bounds. The replay showed it. Because they challenged the call and they won it. He took the ball and threw it off of Bridges. Like, what are you doing there? You're trying to block him out? Well, then block him out. Get stepped all the way in front of him. Completely block him out. Don't give him a chance at the ball. And then move. If he touches the ball, get out of the way. Instead, he was a total dope. Let the ball cascade off him while he's out of bounds. And then they get the ball with 13 and a half seconds left. And that was game. That was it. Right there. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Oh, man. Ridiculous night. But it was this third quarter that really hurts the most. Here we go. The third quarter, it doesn't even look as bad right now. When you look at this box score, the Knicks lost by 6, 32-26. They hit 4 of 9 from the three-point line. They shot 50% overall. But the Phoenix Suns shot 55%. They shot 58 for 7 of 12 from the three-point line. Royce O'Neal hits 3 3-pointers, big ones, and those from that spot that he later hits the backbreaker later on. Devin Booker hits 2 of 3. Suddenly, a guy who's shooting 29% from 3 for the season is just shooting lights out against the Knicks. And the rebounding, they got 11 rebounds. Knicks only got 5 in that third quarter. Now, Mitch only played 2 minutes in that third quarter. The minute allocation here was bizarre. Don't really get it. This was not a good game for Coach Mike Brown. He created opportunities for the Suns to beat us by his rotations, his lack of timeouts. He didn't call a coach's challenge early on in the game. I think it was first quarter. Maybe it could have been second quarter, where Deuce clearly blocked Devin Booker. A foul was called. They never challenged it, and it was a clear block. If they had challenged it, the refs might have seen that, and it might have changed the way they referee the game. A big mistake by Brown there. There were several mistakes. This is not a good game for Coach Brown, and not a good game for Jalen Brunson. Even though he was a high scorer, this was not a good game all around for those guys, which is really a bummer. Really a bummer to say. I mean, look at him. Brunson's 5 of 10, but only has 5 assists tonight. Only 5 assists. Towns had 5 assists. McCall had 4. OG had 3. You know, a Deuce only 2 assists. That should be a little higher as well. But look at the steals. Deuce is the only one with steals in this game tonight. Wow. The perimeter defense, just there were so many times when Brunson and or Clarkson are on the floor, the perimeter defense suffers drastically. And it puts so much pressure on the interior defense. And it just leads to fouls. The Knicks committed 23 fouls in this game, which, you know, compared to 21 of the Suns. But the Suns, I mean, Booker had 4 fouls early on in the third quarter. He should have fouled out of this game. But the refs, you know, just kept looking the other way. Kept allowing physicality that just is that are clear fouls. Booker got Dylan Brooks got off to a great start in this game. He had 20 points at the half. Only gave you 7 the rest of the game. But Booker was the high man with 31 points. He was a plus 11, and Brooks was a plus 13 in this game. Their physical style of play was rewarded tonight, where the Knicks did not step up. All righty. How's everything going? Is the stream looking okay? It's a little wonky on my end. I hope everything's okay. Raise your volume. Okay. Here we go. Talking. Oh. All right. Can you hear me now? Oh, I think. Hold on. I think I know what the problem is. Let me fix this. Apologies if the audio is off. Here we go. Here we go. All right, are we better? Is that better? Sorry about that. Levels got messed up. Now we're back to normal. Thank you, J.K. Perkins, for letting me know. Okay. Thank you, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about the low volume. We got Buzzer Beater in the house. What's up, brother? Buzzer Beater wants to know he's a channel member. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you want to support the Knicks-Verse, become a member, join the channel. The link is down below. Marco Flash says, I'm not blaming entirely on... No, I'm not. But it definitely didn't help the Knicks at all. Even despite that, the Knicks were right there. They had a chance to win him. Definitely, there were some late game decisions that really hurt the Knicks. What's up, Quanta Pen? Shout out to you, brother. Tony Menendez and Buzzer Beater. Okay, good. A heck of a lot better. Good. Sorry about that. I don't know why sometimes these levels get all screwed up on me. Okay, let's continue onward here. Man, I wanted this win. When I did the members only halftime report, I felt like it was going to be the other way around. That the Knicks were going to come out and have a strong third quarter and just take over this game, and it was the other way around. The Suns did that, but the Knicks got back in it. That shows how resilient this team is. Deuce, tremendous game for him. He starts again. Knicks fall to third, though, 112-107. He had 17 points, 7 of 15 field goal shooting, 3 of 8 from the three-point line, and picked up 3 steals, the only Knick player to have steals at all. Let's listen to Coach Brown here talk about the game in the post-game interview.
I thought to start the game, we gave Phoenix, especially Dylan, more so than anybody else, a little too much space, and he got extremely comfortable out on the floor. And, for him to go for 20, I think, on 8 for 10 from the floor in the first half, when most of them were just straight ISOs, is tough to overcome. But our guys, I got to give our guys credit. They fought in the fourth quarter. They fought well enough to give us a chance to win. But at the end of the day, holding them to 18 points was great. Playing a double big lineup, but at the end of the day, when you have 18 turnovers for 22 points compared to their 10 turnovers for 11 points on the road, it's going to be tough to overcome. So, again, we just have to make sure we try to do this for 48 minutes and not wait till the last quarter to turn it on defensively. Otherwise, it'd be tough, especially on the road.
All right, well, the coach is right. The Knicks did play some excellent defense in the fourth quarter. So that is one thing. They did lock them down a bit. They only allowed, I think, 18 points in the fourth quarter to the Phoenix Suns, who were shooting the lights out, as you saw, in the third quarter. Let's see this. Actually, yeah, they were shooting the lights out in the third quarter, and then come the fourth quarter, get this. Knicks held them to just 27.8% from the field and just 1 of 8 from the three-point line. Now, the Knicks didn't shoot much better. That was a big problem. They didn't shoot much better. 3 of 12, 7 of 22 overall. It's not going to do it. But what they did do was just crash the boards. They got 20 rebounds in that fourth quarter alone. 9 of them were offensive. And there was one sequence there before Brunson subbed back into the game in the fourth quarter where the Knicks, I think, picked up like 3 or 4 offensive rebounds in one possession, and they could not make a bucket. They got great looks, too. They kept bricking and bricking and bricking. It was a really frustrating moment. Actually, let me see if I can find that one. That was truly a crazy sequence before Brunson checked back in this game. It was a nice alley-oop from Brunson to Robinson. There was a terrible opportunity where OG had a chance to give an alley-oop to Mitch and just threw it out of bounds. Let's see if I can find that possession. It was such a gut-wrencher. Oh, yeah, here. I think this is it. It's just broken up into several. Well, we're not going to watch it. But the Knicks were down 7, right? Booker hits his free throw. It's a and one, so it was a classic 3-point play. Of course, he got the foul call. Then, this is not the possession I'm thinking about. But anyway, it's similar. Brunson misses a driving floating jump shot. Robinson gets the rebound. Then Deuce steps out of bounds. Okay, then we get Booker misses a shot. Mitch gets the rebound, and then Brunson misses a finger roll. Mitch gets another rebound, and then he misses a 2-point tip in. This was a very frustrating series right here, but that's not the one I was talking about earlier. Here it is. This is it. You can see right here, sub Brunson for Kolek with 9:15 left, because the Knicks are making a run here. Knicks are down 9 points in this game right here, right? But they're starting to get stops on the other end. So Deuce misses a 3-point pull-up. Bridges gets a rebound. Kolek misses a pull-up. Mitch gets the rebound. Then McCall misses a 3-point shot. Mitch gets another. So that's 3 offensive rebounds. Then Deuce misses another jump shot, and Towns gets the rebound. But they couldn't turn it into buckets. Could not turn that into buckets. Unbelievable sequence of events right there. But I think O'Neal got the foul, picked up the foul, and then, that's what happened. Then Brunson was subbed in for Kolek, and Brunson did hit a little 16-foot fadeaway jumper. So the Knicks did end up with points. It took, 41 seconds, but they did end up with some points right there. That was a crazy sequence. Crazy sequence. All right. Let's get back to this. Oh, man. What a bummer of a loss. What a bummer of a loss. I thought the Knicks were going to pull off this comeback, honestly, tonight, guys. But the perimeter defense is just a real big issue right now for these New York Knicks. And here we are. Look, New York basketball, shout out to them for putting this out. Knicks first through third quarter, I guess he means. They shot 50% from the field, 44.8% from three, nearly 93% from free throws, 18 assists, 12 turnovers, 86 points. And then in the fourth quarter, their offense just completely left them in the free throws. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing. So, I mean, it would have required a miracle anyway, but OG gets fouled on a three-point attempt, but misses 2 of the 3. If he had made the first 2 and then he misses the third one, the Knicks should get the ball back and maybe possibly win this game. But he misses the first 2. And then the Suns get the ball and Dylan Brooks gets fouled. He buries his 2 right away. And those are the 111th and 112th point. So you can't win with 17 turnovers. That is absolutely true. Cannot win with 17 turnovers. No way. Oh, man. Let's go back to this here. So James Edwards III, the writer for the New York Times, tweeted this out. Asked Mike Brown about how the team's lack of ball handling behind Brunson has impacted the offense against physical teams. He said that's an area where Josh Hart and Landry Shamet, who played point guard in college, are missed. Okay. And then he followed that up with Mike Brown said, I thought to start the game we gave Dylan too much space and he got too comfortable. Yeah, I think he said that in the post-game clip that I played for you guys. Yeah, he got way too comfortable. And and once an NBA player gets comfortable, they're gonna hurt you. Hurt you a lot. Tommy Beer tweeted, yeah, that was really smart decision there by the Knicks coaching staff, sending a terrible free throw shooter to the line. That's Iguodala, Kolik's former Marquette teammate. That was a good. I was stunned. I was like, I thought it was a terrible decision at the moment, but then I didn't realize he was such a bad free throw shooter. So shout out to them for that. Absolutely. Here's a little Mitch Robinson highlight for you guys because we all love those. Boom! Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. I wish so much this was a happy recap. Here we go. Here are the conference standings right now. The New York Knicks have dropped to third place. They're 4.5 games behind the Detroit Pistons. They are 4-6 in the last 10 games. 4-6. Their differential has dropped to just a plus 4.5. They're no longer number 1 or number 2. They have dropped to number 3 in points differential in the Eastern Conference. It's a bad side. We're going in the wrong direction here, everybody. The wrong direction. But the Knicks have an opportunity to get things right very soon. They do play on Sunday. It's a 6 p.m. Eastern start. They play the Portland Trailblazers. I don't know if you can see that here. Yeah. Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers, they're a tough team. They had been playing well. I think they did lose tonight, but they were on a little bit of a streak before. And then the Knicks follow up the next game on this road trip, this West Coast road trip with the Sacramento Kings. Here, come on, close this chat. I hate this little chat thing. On Wednesday the 14th. Come on. What's going on? Oh, so the Knicks play the. Delete that. They play the Portland Trailblazers on next Wednesday. So the Knicks have some time. You know, they get actually they have Monday. They can have an extra night off in between the Sunday game and the Wednesday game. The Sunday Trailblazers game and the Wednesday Kings game. That'll be good for the Knicks. Hopefully by then, maybe Josh Hart will return. That would be nice. We need more bodies. We need more live, high quality, high energy bodies that are highly physical, and that's exactly what Josh Hart is. So that he would be great to get back. Not sure about the situation with Shamet yet. Nothing definitive has been said, but he's getting closer as well. And you heard Mike Brown reference them, that they would be helpful in terms of ball handling. So this is an incomplete team, and the Knicks still should have won this game tonight. There's no doubt about it. It was there for them. But the coach didn't help with his decisions. The refs didn't help with the way they were refereeing this game. And the Knicks players themselves didn't help themselves by adjusting to the way the refs were calling the game. Though I could see why they were confused. I could see why they were confused because they were called with so many ticky-tack fouls in that first half that they probably felt, hey, we can't get into foul trouble like that. Even though the Knicks were called for 9 fouls and the Suns were called for 9 fouls in that first half, and the level of physicality that the Suns were using, like fouling, literally fouling, compared to the Knicks, you can't even compare them. So the Suns should have been called for 18 fouls in that first half instead of just 9. So there you go. That's where the disparity happens right there. That's where it was. The Knicks were only down 2 at the half. It was 62-60, but that third quarter just really, really hurt them. Really hurt them badly. You can see it here. We're getting close to winding this down. Thank you guys for joining me here tonight for a late Knicks-Verse recap edition here. Tylenol played like baby aspirin. That's a good one, buzzer beater. Here we go. As you can see, the lead tracker. The Knicks were down 12 late in that third quarter, and they just whittled away at that Suns lead all the way through that fourth quarter. And a lot of that was the double big lineup. Actually, in the fourth quarter, the double big lineup started with Deuce, McCall, and OG. So what Brown did was, he said, you know what, I'm going to go with my biggest defensive lineup, my best defensive lineup that I have available to me at the moment. And it worked. Totally worked. And the Knicks were able to even tie the game. But the late game execution and play calling and decision making by the coach and the players themselves, which I outlined already. If you're just joining me now, definitely go back to the earlier part of the video. I showed all the highlights, how the fourth quarter went awry at the very end. But right there at the end, I wish I could circle this right here, is where the game was lost. There were 13 lead changes. The game was tied 10, and the longest run was a 14-0 run by the Suns in that third quarter. 14-0 run. And then who snapped the run? Deuce with a big 3. He's the one who took care of it. And then Cat gets a steal, gets a putback, and gets the and 1. So the Knicks are now only down 8 going into the fourth quarter instead of being down 12. So that was a big moment there. But by that point, they had already conceded 15 points off of turnovers to just 8 conceded by the Suns. That's a -7, and the score was a -8. So there you go. It was the turnovers that really killed the Knicks. And then that ended up happening as the game went on. Here are the team comparisons. Knicks, won the rebounding battle, 50-37. Only 22 assists for the Knicks, which is a shame. because there were definitely times in this game where there was, well, you saw there were moments there where there were possessions where the Knicks missed four shot attempts in one possession, and then another one they missed 3. So that's like 7 missed shots in a row. But the Knicks kept getting the rebounds. Those could have been assists, but no. But still, 22 assists is pretty low. Look at the steals and blocks. 8 stocks for the Suns, only 4 for the Knicks. Only 1 block shot for the Knicks tonight. Only 3 steals. And 17 turnovers compared to just 9 turnovers by the Suns. Easy to see. Plain as day right there. Because the 3-point shooting, Knicks won that. Field goal shooting, Knicks won that. Free throw shooting, pretty even in terms of the percentages. Second chance points, Knicks were a +5 there, 16-11. Points in the paint, Knicks were a -4 there, 38-34. Fast break points, very few, 6-4. The Suns are a good defensive team this year, definitely, but they're running a hack. They're running a hack. They are being allowed to be overly physical on offensive players, and they're just trying to they're pushing the limits of what they can get away with, and they're getting away with it. So in a way, shout out to them for figuring that out. It's time for the Knicks to wake up and start doing that themselves. That's what I want to see. But I still get the feeling that the Knicks would get called for those fouls. If they played defense exact same way the Suns did, the Knicks would get called for fouls while the Suns are not. That's why I have a problem with the refereeing in this particular game. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the late night support. Everybody here in the chat. We got SR Cruz 300. We got Buzzer Beater. We got Drew's Reviews. What's up, brother? JK Perkins. Everybody. JCF8. Yeah, they will JCF8. Well, at least the Knicks will clobber the Kings. Yes, they will clobber the Kings. And I believe they're going to take care of business against the Blazers. So they'll have a nice little 2-game winning streak. And then I believe they follow up that this road trip with a game in in San Francisco against the Warriors. Let me see here. Just want to make sure. Yes, they have Portland, Sacramento, and then the Warriors, and then they fly back to New York to play the Suns in New York. That would be sweet if the Knicks could right the wrong of tonight with a victory on January 17th against the Phoenix Suns. Put together a nice 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game winning streak, 11 game winning streak. Let's go. I give 0 fucks. Let's go. Let's put a winning streak together. Let's get Hart back. Let's get Shamit back. Let's get our souls back and start winning again. String some wins together. Let's go, Knicks. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe. Follow me on social media right here. And hit the thumbs up button for me. Share the video. Drop your comments if you're watching this later on. Appreciate everyone's thoughts and feelings. I read them all. And I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go. Get back on winning track.